Hello Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising. Welcome to your weekly forecast for the 4th of May till the 10th of May. And we're gonna dive right in. As you can see already, the chart is already online, sharing here on the screen. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising, especially Rising, guys. Why? Because when I set the chart, I put Capricorn, as you can see on the screen here at 0 degrees in your ascendant line. So it will make more sense for rising signs, okay? So watch your rising first, then you can watch your sun and your moon. And I'm Raissa Lima. I'm an astrologer using Western Tropical Zodiac astrology and the whole house sign system. That's what I'm saying. I divide the houses equally at from 0 to 29 degrees. They're all divided equally. 4 forecast, this is the best. But if you want a personal chart, I use a different system. I use Placidus, but this can be very accurate if you understand your chart a little bit. But anyway, let's dive in as we have a lot to cover. So this week we have some ongoing energy through the whole week. All right, we have Jupiter squaring Mars, we have Venus semi-sextile. We have two that are subtle, they are small. It's Venus semi-sextiling the Sun, and we have Mercury semi-sextiling Neptune. This energy will be through the whole week. We also have Mercury squaring Pluto. We're going to talk about that. And moreover, what we have happening this week, we have Pluto going retrograde on Thursday the 7th. So let's start by Monday. Let's see what we have. We have the moon in Sagittarius here, 12 degrees, okay, opposing Venus in Gemini. Oops, as you can see, I'm recording this video from Dubai, so we are UTC +4, so do your mathematics, yeah, according to where you are. If you need to add some hours before or after. The moon moves quite fast, not like the other bodies, but which means when I say during the day, it's going to be stronger for this, for example, at noon here in Dubai, but this aspect starts in the morning and goes on in the afternoon. It will fade away in the evening. So the moon opposing Venus in Gemini. Venus is in your 6th house, is your work, your duties, about your health as well, your employees, employers, colleagues, your work environment, and Venus is very communicative right here, yeah? You might be having a lot of ideas when it comes to your work. But the moon opposing is almost like the moon on the 12th house. It's like you're feeling, might be feeling like, I don't want to go to work, I want to stay home. I want to be in my own world. I want to be by myself. I want to be alone. I want to be left alone. I don't feel like, I just don't feel like going to work. I don't feel like going to the gym. I don't feel like working out. Just want to be on my own world. That's how I read this energy here. That's okay. It's Monday. I think we all have that. We don't need the moon to be opposing Venus in the 6th house. You feel like, I don't want to go to work. I know, not today, please. I'm not ready yet. We have the moon opposing Venus. That's it. That's what I said. The classic pull and push. We have Jupiter squaring Mars. So this is one of the energies that's gonna happen through the whole week. And it will be perfect on Tuesday, the next day. So this energy, this square, is the whole week. I'm sorry, babies, we don't like square, and especially when it's involving Mars, the planet of war and aggression. But it's also our drive. It's also our. But he's dignified in Aries, in his domicile. And Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. And there is a square here, so there is tension between relationship, seventh house, yeah, partnership, relationship, and Mars, the drive at home, in your house. So in your private life, there is a tension. And if you are a woman, it could be a tension with your significant other, with a man, because Mars in a woman's chart can mean the man, your partner, and Venus, Jupiter can mean children. Cancer can mean mother. So there is a tension. Those are just some. I'm just giving some words that could be brought into this square. Yeah, it's a overdrive mode. Yeah, Mars squares Jupiter is like impulsive action, desire, ego, with again some emotional expansion and exaggeration. So that can bring some overreaction, some irritation. You might feel like irritated, might feel angry. It can bring some anger and can expand, yeah, because Mars expand things. So it's like in your relationships, in your family, in your home, you're just like angry and frustrated and or burned out or tired of taking care of the house or yeah. And because the seventh house is also legal matters and contracts, I would say through this aspect over this week, don't I wouldn't sign any contract. I wouldn't suggest. Yeah, it's a time to sign because Mars will push you to do it. But not sure it's a good idea. Because it could be very impulsive without reading, without taking care, and then later you might regret. This could bring the break of a relationship. Yes, could be the end of a relationship, could be a breakup here. Could be signing a divorce, signing papers for a divorce, which again, as I was saying, if you need to sign papers for whatever is going on in your private life at home, wait. Wait. Don't do it now. Not this week. What else do I have? Yeah. Let's move to the 5th, Tuesday. You see the energy is going on. So the whole week, yeah, between Mars and Jupiter. I'm not going to be talking about it. I'm just saying the whole week. Not signing contracts, and maybe there'll be some breakups, some ending of relationships here. What we have here today, on Tuesday, Venus in Gemini semi-sextiles the Sun. As I said, that's an ongoing energy as well. It's going to go all the way till 13 or 14 till next week. It's going to be stronger. It's going to be strong the whole week. We have Mercury in Taurus. Mercury in Taurus. Semi-sextile Neptune in Aries. Again, also an energy that's on the whole week. And what else? Mercury in Taurus square Pluto. Squaring Pluto. Again, that's going on. But then Pluto is going to go retrograde on Thursday. We're going to talk about that. So first, that's a day that feel like I'm trying to understand, but something doesn't fully add up. What is it? What doesn't add up? Let's see. So Venus, semi-sextile the Sun. Venus is in your house of work, your duty, your health, your nutrition as well. The sun is in your fifth house. In Taurus, is trying to bring stability and pleasure in the house of pleasure. Okay, so it could be around food. It could be around because Taurus, they like to eat well. Yeah, they're related to pleasure in general. Um, there are some good interactions. By the way, Venus rules your fifth house. So, yeah, it's about connections, about pleasure. You could meet someone through work, it could meet someone through, or one of your colleagues can become a romance. Love is in the air here. The sun is shining on it, wanting to bring stability in this romance, wanting this love to become stable. Interesting. What else? That's the whole week, okay? Just saying on Tuesday, but that's gonna happen the whole week. So you tell me when it happens, how it happens. But love is in the air. And there's a lot of fun and playfulness and creation, creativity. It could be creativity at work, it could be money as well. Good money coming, um, or children, something with your children, love and good interaction, good communication. Now, Mercury and Neptune are making a semi-sextile. The same, it's just two neighbors trying to understand each other. It's not a strong aspect, yeah. It's not a sextile, it's a semi-sextile. So it's subtle, but still is there. It's when the mind is softer, is very intuitive. You're reading into things. You might be imagining scenarios or mixing intuition with assumptions. The fourth house could signify past lives. So, Neptune in your fourth house, uh, some karmic conversations that need to happen um, in your home, in your romance, in your positive things, I would say. But remember when I said with Mars, so Mars, you have Mars and you have Neptune here. Mars squaring Jupiter, and then Neptune with same sextile Mercury. You might need to, that might have some communication that or conversations that need to happen in your private life with your husband or your wife or your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, and that might lead to a dissolution of a marriage or partnership. I need to say what I see, the way I see, the way I, yeah. What do we have? I'm lost here now. Okay, we're still on the fifth. Mercury square Pluto. We talk about that. No, we didn't. Mercury squaring Pluto. Obsession. Um, Power dynamics, power, control, wanting to have control. And Pluto here is trying to get you detached from values, from material world. I would say mainly, but it could be self value as well, worth, self worth. But it could be possessions, and he's transforming the way you relate to possessions, to money, to all of that. This is ongoing forever, very long. But with the square with Mercury on your fifth house, it could be that how can I put this on? Could be over analyzing or wanting answers. It could Mercury here is it's communicating in a subtle way. It's the mind, the way you think. The way you think now is more stable, is calmer. Um, and it's in your house of fun and creativity, but also your children. And there is a square with Pluto, so that could be something with one of your children if you have. Um, Values, maybe the way they feel, maybe the way you see them, maybe the value you give to them with your children. That is, are you fair? Do you have more than one? If you have more than one, are you fair? Do you love them both the same way, or all of them? Is it, do you value your kids the same way? Pluto will change that. Yeah. Do you communicate to them in the same manner? Um, if it's romance, it could be romance. It's there is power control, there is struggle, power struggle, and it could be around money. Could be around money and communication and possessions. Hmm? Uh, yeah. Let's go to Wednesday. Wednesday the 6th, what we have, the moon enters Capricorn on your first house, so the moon enters your sign, which is in detriment. I'm sorry to say, but the moon doesn't like to be on your sign. Doesn't like to be in Capricorn. I like when the moon is in Capricorn. Actually, I do like it. Everybody's different, yeah. But for me, I get more rational. It's is more patient, is more committed, is more responsible, and more disciplined. The negative side, it could be rigid as well. It can be opinionated and materialistic. Also pessimistic. Can be pessimistic. Have to say it. No sugarcoating. Anyway, so the moon into Capricorn, and then on this day first, it's gonna square Neptune, it's gonna trine Mercury, it's gonna square Saturn. So it's a day that feels like, okay, what's real and what am I actually doing about it? So when in the morning, the moon's gonna square Neptune, and this is gonna be around 7 a.m. early in the morning. Okay, so the day starts blurry. Talking Dubai time again. So there is low energy, there is low clarity, there is emotional confusion, or you might be very tuned to your dreams. You might wake up, write down whatever you dream. Yeah, that those can signify something. You just don't, you're dreamy. You're just like, or you had a bad night at sleep. Could be as well. With the square, it's like didn't sleep well, woke up all night long, and it was not restorative sleep. You didn't, yeah. Um, it's like waking up and being emotionally jet lagged, or you couldn't be jet lagged. So feel a little bit lost, maybe in doubt about your decisions. And then at noon, that's a good thing. The moon trines Mercury, as you can see, 6 degree at 12 o'clock. That brings some clarity. So it's like clarity slowly walks in with a coffee, like, hello, wake up. And that can bring some conversations that will help, thought that become more structured, and you can express what you feel more clearly. And since Mercury is in Taurus, it's earth sign like you feel more grounded, you feel more responsible, and you can organize your thoughts and ground yourself mentally, which is very good. Then in the afternoon, the moon will square Saturn at 9 degrees, and then the reality taps your shoulder again, like, hey, okay, but responsibilities are calling duties here. You're feeling restricted or tested. Now, Saturn is your ruler, and Saturn is on your fourth house, and he will be here for the next 2 years at least. So, he is here to not to restrict you, but to structure your home, your private life, your family. And it's changing, things are changing, but not in a bad way, but your emotions are tuned here. Okay, that might be a day that you might feel like, okay, you need to work on this structure and on a long term vision. What is Saturn here to teach you? What does he want from you? Saturn could also be the father, could be your father. So it could be something, you might have some news or something coming from your dad, from your father. And afternoon, moon square, Saturn, yeah. Well, Venus still sextiling the sun. That's an ongoing theme again. All right. And everything else. So the guidance for the day is don't judge the morning mood. Use midday to clarify wisely and accept the afternoon responsibilities without resistance. Or simply, if you feel confused, then get focused. And you're good at it. You're better than any other sign to get your focus better, back to what it needs to, yeah? Is you stop spiraling and you start getting your power back. Thursday, 7th, control versus reaction. Now the moon's still in your sign, still in Capricorn. We'll trine the sun in Taurus in the morning. Then it's opposing around noon, opposing Jupiter in Cancer, and then it will square Mars in Aries. And on this day, Pluto goes retrograde. All right. So these days feel like you got everything under control, but something is pushing you. So the morning starts, you're grounded, you're focused, you're emotionally stable, and you know what you're doing, and you're doing it well on Thursday. And by midday, then the emotions expand. So the moon opposing Jupiter on your seventh house can bring overreaction, overthinking, overgiving, and or just some frictions between your feelings and a relationship, another person, or partnership, or contracts, or legal matters, or paper that you need to sign. Remember, we were talking about Mars here squaring Jupiter. Those could be themes, because now we have the moon squaring Mars and Mars squaring Jupiter. So in your fourth house is your home, seventh house is your relationships, and your first house is your persona, is yourself, is your ego, is you. So there is a square between you, and the moon is your feelings, how you feel about something in your at home, in your public, not public, sorry, private life, in your roots, in your family, where you come from, or something from another life, and it's squaring Jupiter, which wants expansion in relationships. So again, yeah, friction here on this day can bring some impatience, irritations, emotional reactions. Yeah, and things can escalate very fast. You can go from calm to I'm done in seconds, especially in conversations in relationships. Yeah, and now add Pluto retrograde. Now we have Pluto on top of that going retrograde. So this is important because when a planet goes retrograde is when the energy start to go, instead of going outward, it goes inward. Now Pluto is in your second house and goes retrograde, so it's control, it's internal, it's yourself, it's about your self-worth, and it's about having the power and control over what you are, what you value, what your, the way you see yourself. And something is shifting internally. So it is about reacting to others. It's not about reacting to others anymore. It's about realizing why something triggers you in the first place. My guidance for this day, for Thursday, is use the morning for important things. Don't overreact at midday, and pause before responding in the evening. Now we move to Friday, the 8th. Breakthroughs and detachment. Now the moon enters Aquarius in your second house, and it will trine Uranus in Gemini, sextile Neptune's in Aries, gonna conjunct Pluto in Aquarius, now retrograde. So it's a day that feels like I can see clearly now. The rain is gone, but then I'm not going back to. The moon moving to Aquarius, it gives you some distance, some detachment, emotional detachment. Yeah, feeling detached, feeling more at ease mentally. Things are more clear. You step out of emotion and you go into observation mode. um, you're no longer inside the situation, but you're watching it. Then comes Uranus, because first thing, there is a trine to Uranus, so surprises, surprise, unexpected events at work or in your health or with your money. It's a positive surprise. It's a sudden surprise. Okay, something. It could be money. It could be the way you see yourself, the way you value yourself. We were talking about that. Remember, especially with Pluto here, it could be self-worth, um, and but it could mean money coming from work. So your paycheck, maybe you got a bonus, maybe you got promoted. Those are the themes, some themes here. What else? What I was going to say? Where am I? I'm lost. Wait. Yeah. No. Trines Uranus, sextiles Neptune. Yeah. Neptune's here. Sextile Neptune's, which softens. Yeah. So it's like emotionally you're more detached and you're more compassionate, you're understanding more. There's compassion, there is intuition as well, and deeper emotional awareness for whatever is going on in your private life, at home, with your family. um, and then the moon's conjunct will conjunct Pluto. So while Pluto is retrograde, so it's not external drama, but it's more an internal transformation. You see the truth beneath everything, and there is no illusion, no denial. It's just clarity, awareness, and power. Very scorpionic on your second house. So this is the moment where something clicks inside you. It's a beautiful day, Friday, I think, for breakthrough and detachment, as I said. Yeah, it's really a day that you might like. I see clear. I can see what the situation, again, as if you get out of your body and you can see from outside, and you're like, okay, that's very clear. I know what this is, and I know what I have to do, what I don't have to do. So trust sudden insights. Yeah, let yourself detach without guilt. this day especially, and don't go back to what you now understand. Once you see, you cannot unsee. Then on the 9th, Saturday, now we have the head versus heart with a soft landing. The moon still in Aquarius, will sextile Saturn in Aries, then square Mercury in Taurus, and then trine Venus in Gemini, plus square Sun in Taurus around midnight. Whoa, so in the morning, the moon sextiles Saturn. That's calm, grounded, control. You're okay, everything's fine, you're emotionally stable, or you might get some news from home, from where you come from, something, I don't know, with your father. Um, Midday, the moon squares Mercury. Now, there is some miscommunication, or some overthinking, and it's your house of fun, pleasure, creativity, or something with your children. Okay. Yeah. And then at late at 9, the moon will trine Venus here, which is good. It's very good. That soft the emotions, and the connections feels lighter and easier. It's a repair energy here. So also late, the moon's also squaring the sun, but it's like at midnight here in Dubai. So there's some inner conflict. Yeah, the head versus the heart. So morning stability, midday bit of mental friction, and at night emotional softness with inner tension. Yeah. Oh. So if something feels off at midday, don't decide anything based on the moment. By the evening, your energy will tell you a different story. Sunday, the 10, the sun in Taurus sextiling, where my sun sextiling Jupiter. That's built into exact. Again, this is an energy, ongoing energy. Um, and it feels like everything's flowing. Jupiter is expanding. Um, Things here in your fifth house with your pleasure, romance, sex life, creation, procreation, children, and the sun is shining right there, and Jupiter is expanding. All of that. So there might come some opportunities here, because the sun rules your eighth house. Yeah. I don't know, especially for you, Capricorn. I see things here. I don't know who needs to hear that. Like, but although it's a very favorable aspect, but you might be going through a separation of some sort or something. If you're married, might be divorce. Could be time to sign some papers, but as I said, that's not. Don't do it this week. Yeah, but on Sunday, at least the confidence feels grounded. You might feel things start moving forward. It's not a hustle energy, it's alignment. And also on this day, that's a thing that I wrote down, because I noticed that we have a degree activation, 19 to 24 degrees. So if you have any planets on these degrees between 19 and 24, you're gonna feel quite strongly. We have multiple planets between. You see Venus 19, the Sun at 19, um, Jupiter at 20, Mars at 23, the moon at 24 around noon, but yeah, it will go more and less. Um, so they're all in the conversations, okay? So there is a conversation between your relationship, your work, your duty, your service, your pleasure, your romance, home, family, and the money, house, the values. And this creates some synchronicities and meaningful interactions, events that feel meant to happen. That's on Sunday. It's like the sky is saying everything's connecting now. That's very nice. So, um, if it flows, it's for you. Just trust your intuition again, and let things happen. Because when the skies are aligned like this, I mean, you really, you don't chase, you just receive. We all do. So that's what I have for you, my beautiful Capricorn. Before you go, let's pull one card from the angels, one tarot card. See what is the energy or what you need to focus on this week from the 4th to the 10th. Let's see, what is the card? Oops, oh, cards are jumping here. I'm terrible in shuffling, by the way. I'm not good at this. Ooh, the 8 of Swords. Ooh. So, the 8 of Swords is feeling trapped, but it's all inside your mind. Yeah, it's all in your head. It's I have this sometimes when I'm a Capricorn rising, by the way, and I was talking about this morning, that when there is so much things going on, I man, I was talking about this 1 hour ago. I freeze. I freeze. And I think there is an animal. I don't know if it's like one of those lizard or whatever. They just like stop and can't move when there is a prey around. That's me, and that's what this is. But it's all inside your head. So when you feel like you're not able, like you going through so much that you can't really take actions anymore. But it's everything's in the mind. It's just the mind. It's what you create inside your head. You're not really trapped, but you feel like it. You feel like I can decide. I cannot move. I don't know what to do. So this card is telling you that whatever you're going through, it's inside your head. It's all inside your head, and you can't free yourself. If you want to, you have to. You have nice supports here. And what is the message from the angels? Oops. 504. One day at a time. Patience, present, progress, focus, daily effort, future, mindfulness. The effort you put in today is what will illuminate your future. Focus on doing the right thing today, and do not worry about what will happen tomorrow. Your daily efforts are building the foundation for tomorrow's success. What steps can I take today to progress towards my goal? And how can I stay focused on the present? Identify one key task or action you can take today that will move you closer to your goals. Concentrate on completing this task. You're good at it. And trust that each step you take is building your path forward. Okay? This is what I have for you, my lovely Capricorn. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Please don't forget to press the like button. It helps me. It helps growing my channel. It helps me feel like I'm doing something okay here. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week.